I scrolled a little bit on Twitter and like at like past the porn. Look at this. Nintendo's anti-powered monster capture patent applications has been rejected by the Japanese patent office. Lacked an inventive step. So Nintendo's patent to try to patent the ability to capture monsters with a ball has been dismissed. We're up, man. We're up, man. That's yes. 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 Fuck Nintendo. Yes. Yes. Fuck Nintendo. Yes. I love it, man. I love it. I do. Honestly, I'm hype about that. Quick counter Nintendo with a lawsuit. It's time they get a taste their own medicine. It's really silly because because Nintendo has managed to win every single lawsuit they've been a part of, or they've initiated, and they initiated this lawsuit, and from what it looks like is that they're losing this lawsuit. It's honestly amazing to see like Nintendo like eat shit on something. It's so beautiful. Cause like the fact that you can patent game mechanics is insane. This should never happen. Fucking the Nemesis system from fucking like from the Shadow over Mordor game should have never been patented. Because like the Nemesis system, like for those who don't know, um like the Nemesis system was like the was a system made for the Shadow over Mordor games that was patented by Warner Bros. Where it would make it so that villains would basically like remember who you were, and it was like a feature in the game where villains would evolve and remember who you were, and they could change their tactics and stuff like that. But like they fucking Warner Bros patented the idea of like making villains like evolve and remember who you were, and like change like based on like how like what you did in the game. And it the fuck such a yeah, so like nobody else can use it except Warner Bros. So it's and Warner Bros hasn't touched it since the Shadow of Mordor games. Those people are fucking crazy. They do something like that, dude. I know. Nintendo didn't even come with your companion shit, dude. I know. It's fucking dumb. I'm so glad to hear Nintendo got cucked. So it's like I don't think like game mechanic like guys, hot take. I don't think game mechanics should be patented. I think that's dumb. I think it's dumb and stupid that game mechanics can be patented like that. So I hope that like you know, I hope that like stuff like this can be like pushed back on, and like we can be like why like game mechanics should never be patented, and we can get all these like patents back on like fucking game mechanics. It makes me sick, honestly. It does. It's terrible, you know. Multi-billionaires on their way to ruin gaming more so no one plays their shitty games. That's what I'm saying. Patenting game mechanics is comparable to patenting a movie or a show plot. I know, right? I love it when games compete on banning content instead of being fun. Real, dude. In fact, I think Nintendo needs to back the fuck down in general. I think the people I unironically think the people who are glazing Pokemon Legends ZA are the biggest like cucks known to man. Like if you are unironically like trying to defend like Nintendo and like that like Pokemon Legends ZA, you are a cuck. You are a cuck who should be forced to eat Nintendo's shit because you are like that game is like the laziest fucking cash grab ever. It is a poorly made game, poorly developed game. ZA was so low effort. It amazes me how people defend Legend ZA despite how ass it is. Who's glazing ZA? I've only seen people laughing at it. Is the laziest work for one Nintendo's biggest franchises. Unironically, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter like glazing it. Like, and it wasn't even like people who like made tweets about it to get money. Like, it was like, it's like been like people in like the comments or like the reply section of Twitter posts like glazing it. And like the reply section is not like the place where you're looking to like get money off of your posts. Reply section is for like the love of the game. It's like there are people who are like unironically trying to like defend ZA, and like it's not a way to get money. The dead internet theory was never about AI. It was about stupid people with terrible opinions. Yeah, that's about right. The only good thing is that Hideo Kojima took a part of the Pame. Huh? I think Nintendo glazers are the reason why Nintendo Super get away with it. Well, that and the fact that like apparently, if I remember correctly, Pokemon Legends ZA is the 5th best-selling Nintendo game so far, or Nintendo Pokemon game so far. Which means that like there's been a lot of Pokemon games, and Pokemon Legends ZA is already in the top 5 most sold Pokemon games that have been released. So it's not just Nintendo glazers, it's also just like casuals who don't involve themselves in like the online ecosystem at all and know nothing about like how bad Nintendo is and stuff like that, and they're it's like casuals who just don't know anything and they'll just buy anything with Pokemon on it and who don't do research or anything like that. It's crazy that one of the few decent Pokemon games that released recently was the free TCG mobile app. I don't know much about like I'm just not a fan of Pokemon in general. I think Pokemon is unironically like one of the most boring games I've ever played in my entire life. I just hate Pokemon. Honestly, I do. The combat is boring. It's boring turn-based bullshit that just makes me yawn. The billions of Pokemon in the game are it's just boring. It's boring. The stories have always been boring. The gameplay has always been boring. I don't know. It's just like I just think it's the most like boring fucking like franchise ever, and I genuinely don't see why it's so popular. But Baldur's Gate is like based off of like D&D. And D&D is like a board game, right? And it's like all board games are not all board games, 99% board games are turn-based. And I like board games. Board games are like a different thing. Board games are like completely different from like actual like turn-based like games. I'm mainly talking about JRPGs, like the turn-based JRPG games like Pokemon or like the old Final Fantasy games or like whatever. I'm not saying all turn-based is bad. I'm saying specifically it's like the JRPG style of turn-based where it's like, like you can you can do one thing per turn, where it's like, oh, you can heal, or you have a variety of attacks you can do, or specials, and you just choose one thing to do. It's like blah, 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 blah. Right? It's specifically, yeah, okay. I need to I need to emphasize that. I do not like JRPGs. Turn-based games or whatever. JRPGs are the ones I don't like. Turn-based games that action points. Just JRPGs. Just JRPGs. Baldur's Gate, Undertale, Deltarune, Clair Obscur. Undertale and Deltarune are like a little different because like they're like turn-based like JRPGs, but like there's like something that you do when it's not your turn, right? Where it's like you have like a little mini game you're doing. So it's more than just like, and that's why I like Clair Obscur so much. And why I hate JRPGs is because I hate the idea that if I'm playing a JRPG, I just have to sit there and take it, right? Where it's like, I just had to sit there and just let the enemy hit me and do whatever, right? I just don't like that. But I like something like Clair Obscur because I can hit the enemy or whatever, and then when it's their turn, I can parry, I can dodge and stuff like that, and I can avoid taking damage. So like in Clair Obscur, you can theoretically go through the whole game without getting hit, and people have done it already. Where it's like you can go through the entirety of Clair Obscur from start to finish without being hit once, and I like that. Depends on JRPG, like Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is not a JRPG. It's a JRPG in the fact that Japanese people made an RPG, but it's not in like the JRPG sense, like you know, like the Pokemon style or like the Final Fantasy style JRPG. If we want to be technical, yeah, Dragon's Dogma is a JRPG because it's a Japanese RPG. But past that, like no. For Undertale Deltarune, that is true. That was me with Omori, where I didn't really fuck with Omori's gameplay, but like the writing in Omori is so good and so far and above at like most products that I've ever engaged with ever, that like I was able to like fight past the low-key kind of boring like turn-based segments of the game and grinding in exchange for the fact that like, you know, I like I wanted to see like what the end of it was. I've seen children written in a captivating way in games like 3 times total. Nom, nom, nom. But no, it's like, you know, Omori's gameplay is okay. I like the change up that they did with like the emotion system where like depending on your emotion, you do different things, and so like you might do like an angry build for some people or like a sad build for others, and like how you had to change your emotion depending on who you're fighting. I got. I'm pretty sure you've seen children's games. Um, but I'm sure when you see children in any games, you're captivated enough already. I mean, Toby, I fucking hate you. Toby, I'm gonna... Toby, I'm face fucking you. That's it, bruh. It's over. I'm sorry, Toby. I'm face fucking you. And you're gonna like it. Like a good boy. Not you too? Wait, what? Yeah, Toby, what the fuck does that mean? Toby, what the fuck does that mean? Hi. Hi. Where do I sign up for that? You have to piss me off. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a silly little guy. Toby, you got Toby, you got something to tell us? Toby, is there something you want to share with the whole classroom right now? Toby? Is there is there something you want to share with the whole class right now, Toby? Nope. I fucking hate you, man. I want you dead. Honestly, I do. I want you dead, Toby. You make me sick, bruh. You fucking freaks and weirdos. It's okay, Toby, share with us. If that's the case, I'm adding pineapples to pizza. What the fuck does that mean?